Hello, this is Prince of Somnia, and welcome back to more Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we fought off Metal Face, of course, and we got Dunban to join the party, and in this episode we're in Satorl, the Shimmering Marsh, one of few areas in the game that are actually a lot prettier at night than during the day. During the day it looks like pretty much just an ordinary marsh, but during the night it looks like, well, this. Also, generally speaking, this is another area that's also, well, the enemies in this area, rather, are all very much affected by whether or not it's daytime or nighttime. Generally speaking, the enemies at nighttime are going to, generally speaking, a lot of the enemies at nighttime don't usually aggro all that much on you. And there are some enemies that are active at nighttime that are way beyond what you can do. By converse, a lot of the enemies during the daytime are at around your level, but they also tend to aggro on you more. There are exceptions, of course, to the rule, as there are with any sort of rule. But yeah, that's basically how it works.
We win! I can see this isn't pushing you at all. Good thing I'm here.
Wow, this is some pretty deep water. I kind of wonder how we're fighting in this. Huh. But anyway, I'm going to try and collect some collectibles as we go along here, because, well, there are quests that we can do that involve some of the collectibles here. But yeah, we'll just keep doing this. I kind of like to open fights with Peerless, followed by Break and then Topple. That's just kind of how I roll. There we go.
But we mustn't be careless. Let's stay focused.
I don't think we have it yet. I'm thinking of something about the future when it comes to AI Shulk. I did warn you earlier about AI Shulk, but since we're not going to be fighting Mechon for quite some time, it should be pretty safe. But let's see. Lacus Swamp. And a cutscene.
Everyone, look. It's a group of Nopon.
Ah, some Nopon merchants. What do you think they're up to?
They must be here for a reason. Let's go and ask them.
Good idea.
And here we've got a group of Nopon merchants, and a landmark Nopon merchant camp. Generally speaking, I don't think I mentioned this about the Nopon yet, they're not like pets or anything like that. They're about as they're about as sapient as the average human, it's just that they talk kind of like children. But anyway, we do in fact have side quests here. This Nopon merchant will give us generic quests, and then another couple of them will give us non-generic quests that count towards your affinity for the Bionis Leg Colony 6 area. I'm going to be handling these in a future side quest episode that's probably going to be coming up pretty damn soon, so yeah, but don't worry about them right now. Man, you have a lot of things to talk about. Okay, we exhausted them. Talk to this Nopon merchant. And we can buy a few other things. We got a steel cutlass for Dunban, which is better for his auto attack damage, and slotted, which is nice. And we've got a new weapon for Rhine, that's also pretty nice. I'm going to stick with Gatto's rifle for Charla, so let's buy Rhine and Dunban a new weapon. And let's see if we can get Dunban some good... nope, I guess not. Pine headgear with terrain defense. We don't actually have a use for terrain defense at the moment, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. I guess the pelt cap just isn't that good for him. Yeah, that's about what I figured. Beach bangle with agility up. That actually might be worth my while for Dunban. Let's see. Pelt bottoms. And not that much better. Webbed Sandals with Chill Defense 4, which I don't have much of a use for. And art books for Dunban, which is really, really useful. Let's see. I want Worldly Slash for sure. And Gale Slash as well, since they're the ones that are likely to see the most use during combat. Okay, so let's see how bad the Beach Bangle is for him. It's going to lower... That was his arts palette. It's going to lower some of his stats, but the agility up might be worthwhile. What I kind of like to do with Dunban is just max out his agility, so let's see. He's at 216. It's not that big a drop for plus 10. It doesn't even look like it changed much of anything on his outfit, too, so that's pretty nice. Alright, we'll roll with this for now. And I'll just ignore the other quest until later. I want to get through this area. For area completion, obviously, we just cleared the Ether Mine. Satorl Marsh, you can area complete as soon as you get here, so that's something you can do if on your own time, pretty much. And Colony 6, the area can't be completed yet, but you'll be able to do so in the very, very near future. Which is part of the reason why I'm going through this area right now. That's a lemon stone, isn't it? Son of a gun, I knew it. I hate those things, viewers. Kind of triggered by them, because I know the side quests they go with, and the lemon stones are not that easy to find. Fortunately, though, I do have resources by way of the internet for telling me exactly how I can go about getting those lemon stones more easily. Although that is something I kind of have a bit of a gripe with when it comes to this game, is that, yeah, it's... collectibles are kind of annoying, and you kind of need the internet, or at least some sort of a guide to help you find them, but oh well. I mean, I don't think you need them, but, like, at the same time, I know for a fact that I myself would probably never found, like, half the crap I need to beat the game, or beat the side quest in the game, without more than a little help, so... yeah. We're getting a little close to Igna territory. I kind of want to hop down here and go across this bridge instead. Navigating by minimap, because that's just how I roll. Yeah, guess there's gonna be a little bit of an altercation. I would fight them, but I don't like fighting on close quarters where I can get dropped pretty easily. Actually, I did say that terrain defense didn't have much of a use. That's actually not quite true. There's actually areas in Satorl Marsh for which terrain defense is actually pretty useful, so I guess it's not quite the truth. Another thing I don't think I mentioned is that if you topple a toppled enemy, it extends the duration that they remain toppled, so that's actually really nice. And another thing I don't think I mentioned is that when Dunban's arts deal special things after being used after Gale Slash, it counts as a bonus effect, so that builds up the chain attack gauge even more. Just FYI. And another thing I guess I haven't really mentioned, because, you know, that's just how this Let's Play goes. I forget to mention things, and then I get to mention them later, is the level 84 Satorl Rogel. No. But, yeah, no, you can't tango with those for a long time. Like, end game level. But, during the unfinished battle in the previous episode, Dixon actually has a gem called the Unbeatable 6 gem. Unbeatable gems have a % chance of bringing a character back to life when they reach 0 HP, and Unbeatable 6 gems, which are normally completely unattainable, will bring someone back 100% of the time. So Dixon is essentially unkillable during that fight. Just FYI. He only has 2 arts, one that does ether damage and another that's like a healing art, and he has no talent art, so I don't really find it that entertaining to use him during battle, but if you want to just have a cheap insta-win button, then I guess there's that. I don't think you can actually put him in the front of the party, though, so oh well. Wool Rock, which I also recognize, because it's another particularly annoying quest. This is about as far as I got into Xenoblade 3D before I got pulled away by other games, so it's a little fresh in my memory. Let's just put it that way.
This lamp, it has a very strange glow.
It's a remnant of the High Entia. They've hidden themselves away in the upper reaches now. But at one time, they controlled this whole area.
Good for them.
It's the perfect place to get some shut-eye. The lamp will keep the monsters away. We'll be safe if we rest here.
Ah, the breeze feels so good. It's so peaceful. You know, Shulk, I hope every day can be like this, always.
You will pay for what you've done! You will know the pain and suffering you caused the Emperor and Fiora! Do you wish to change it? The future?
Has it been that long?
Dixon.
14 years since I found you on that mountain. Seems like yesterday.
I owe it all to you. If you hadn't found me that day, I wouldn't be here now discovering the world.
Forgive me, Shulk. Sorry I couldn't save your folks.
Don't be.
Now I think about it, that was when I found the Monado as well. This might be crazy talk, but maybe you and the Monado are part of some higher plan.
I don't remember much at all. But I know that my mum and dad left me it. The Monado was their final gift to me. At least, that's how I used to think of it. That's why I want to discover its true power and help defeat the Mechon. But so far, I've just been creating piles of Mechon scrap.
So you don't just want to study it in a lab after all?
This sword. There must be some way.
Finally decided to join us, Shulk.
Sorry, guys. Didn't sleep a wink.
Right then. Time to move on. How far now?
We'll be there soon enough. The High Entia ruins are just ahead.
I'm still good to go.
Level. Awesome. But anyway, let's keep moving on forward. I don't know. This is what Satorl Marsh looks like during the day. As you can see, it's kind of not very... I mean, it's actually a nice looking swamp for what it's worth. It's just that swamps aren't generally very nice looking. That didn't... You know what I mean. But anyway, we actually want to head up this river over here. I will say, though, that I actually kind of like Satorl Marsh Day. Maybe not quite as much as Satorl Marsh Night, like the music. But I think it's actually pretty cool. I really do like how they kind of play with your expectations when it comes to a marsh area. How it looks like maybe a little ether cloudy, but pretty typical for a swamp area in a video game. But then when it gets to nighttime, it glows, essentially. But yeah, we want to head up this river over here. You don't want to head up on those platforms over there, because there's some pretty tough enemies over there that aggro on sight, and you'll probably get killed. So, yeah, don't bother with that. We'll just head on up. We'll head on up this way. It'll be a bit slow going because of how the current works, but it's fine, it's fine. I can't imagine it smells very pleasant here, though. Like, that's the thing about the swamp, is that it must smell horrible. Oh, I don't know, maybe that's just me. I kind of find it interesting how Dunban is just like kind of the same level he was at back at the beginning, but now we've actually caught up to him, so we're like, I don't know, as strong as our heroes now. It kind of feels nice, a little bit. Feels like we made a lot of progress. But anyway, here are the ruins. The Satorl statues of Satorl Marsh? Yeah, pretty much.
The upper regions are through that entrance. You gotta go through Magna Forest first. Prison Island is at the Bionis Head, just above Magna Forest.
It pains me to say it, but this is the point where I turn back. I must see to the survivors, and I'm also very concerned about Colony 9.
I understand. Thank you for everything.
I might have said a few things I shouldn't have back in the mine. Forgive me.
No, it's okay.
I owe you my life, young man. I'll never forget it, heir to the Monado. Medic, will you stay with them?
I want to help Shulk. The Mekon must pay for what they did. And I'm sure Gaddo is still alive somewhere. If he is, I have to find him.
Find him for me too. Good luck.
Sharla, I want to go with the Tharon.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've never seen anything cooler than Shulk smashing Mekon with the Monado. But I'm just slowing you down.
No way, kid. You just need to shape up like me.
It's okay. I've made up my mind. Compared to you guys, I know I'm pretty useless. But that's cool. Because I know what I can do. I'm gonna go back to the colony and help the survivors rebuild their lives.
You'll do us proud, kid.
Good luck, Juju.
Thanks.
Shulk, Ryan, keep Sharla safe for me.
Dixon, are you leaving too?
The Mekon may be gone from Colony 6 now, but that doesn't mean we've seen the last of them. When they launch another attack, and they will, Colony 9's gonna need my help.
Yeah. I guess you're really needed at the colony.
This ain't the last you'll see of me. You should be all right for now. Look after the Monado.
You can bet on it. We won't let the colony down.
You'll make us proud, Shulk. You, on the other hand, need to back up your ideas. How else are you gonna protect Shulk?
Thanks for the heads up, Dixon.
Good luck. See ya. Can't say I feel so good about deceiving these kids.
What's that you say?
Oh, just mumbling. Forget I said anything.
And with that, we actually have a little bit of something of a side mission that we can do in the relatively near future. This is the end of story progress for this and the next episode. But if we go back to Colony 6, we can actually speak to Juju about reconstructing Colony 6, which is part of a really, really, really big chain of side quests and side content, probably the biggest side quest and side quest content thing that we can do in the game, that I will open up in the relatively near future. Before we do that, you need to complete just about every timed quest on the Bionis leg, because when you start the Colony 6 reconstruction process, all of the colonists will move back and leave the refugee base behind, and those quests will expire. So in the next few episodes of Xenoblade Chronicles, I will be taking care of side quests in whatever quests we have left in Colony 9, as well as the ones we have at the refugee camp, and then we'll begin the colony reconstruction process. After that, we'll be continuing on through the Satorl statues of Satorl Marsh. Jesus, try saying that 5 times fast. And we'll head on up towards the Bionis Head. See you guys then.